Good morning, everyone. I just woke up this morning and I just feel like, do you know what? I always like watch a film or a program or something, just helps me unwind, chill out. It's my thing I enjoy. I love watching movies and television program series. It's like I love it. And I was watching the remake of Karate Kid, the one with Will Smith's son in. And it just got me thinking about Tai Chi and things like that. So I watched the film, I enjoyed it. And then I'm Googling Tai Chi, this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, I want to become a better medium. And then I'm listening all to it. And it's like it's just not quite resonating with me. It's like, if I go back, I don't know, 10 years ago, let's say, I went and did a course on Reiki. And I did that to become a better medium. Joe, I got nothing from it. Absolutely nothing. I don't know whether I did it right, did it wrong. I've got my own way of things. I've got a very short span of attention. So I know with Reiki, you've got to sort of sit there and self-feel and for so long, and you've got to do it every day. I haven't got the will for that. I just haven't. It's just not me. So it got me thinking, so what do I do? And it's just one of those things I've always pondered over. And I just thinking to myself, do you know what? Just be me. Because my attitude is, in spirit, you either believe or you don't believe. Now, from day one, I've had this, and even some people have come up to me and noticed it with me. And then they've come up to me and they've been really nice to me and they've mentioned it and want to tell me to just try and relax. And it's like I'm on edge with it. It's like there's nervous energy there. And I get it, and I know it. I know it's there. I know I went to somewhere in Nottingham, and a medium came to watch me, and do you know what? I think I settled in it towards the end, but I just know it was my worst show ever. It was my worst show because I was on edge that he was there. And I wished I just never went. And I got ridiculed for it at the end. But I let it go. And I just thought, you know what, I've just got to settle and be me. Stop worrying what anybody thinks. And then it got me to thinking today, is when I say certain things to people, and it's like they come back and say, what a load of rubbish, this didn't make sense, that didn't make sense. And that gets me because I want people to get it and understand it. But you've got to have an open mind. And I say this many, many times. And it's like, sometimes it's like we might not get it or understand the person I'm trying to bring through. And I might have my own way of doing it. And maybe I'm not meant to get names right all the time. I don't know. But take the message. And it's like sometimes when something just doesn't make sense, it's like certain people just focus on the thing that they're not getting and not listening to the message. So, I don't know, causing me a problem. But it's like if we don't have an open mind to hear and listen and just go away and think about it, then what's the point of going watching a medium or listening to a medium? It's like we could all just sit there and ridicule what and think what a load of crap. But then what's the point of going? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not ridiculing people or you. It's just, I don't know, I've just got this thing going on. I'm thinking about it. Because it's like, it made me sit and think today. Somebody dropped me a message yesterday and they said, they had a reading of me 5 years ago. And I must have said something about a particular relationship, and it must have been a friend or something. And this person said to me, that's never going to happen. So they just thought I'm going to rubbish, which is fair enough. I get it, I understand it. When we can't resonate with it, it's just, it's not going to happen. But it's that thing, isn't it? That blockage, it's not going to happen. And once that blockage is there, we can't get past it. And I've done it myself. When I went for a reading, when I was setting up my catering business, a lady sat me at a table and she saw me sitting at a crystal ball. And she basically told me I was going to be a reader. And I thought, what a load of crap. So I've been guilty of it myself. I was just sitting there and listening to what that person's got to say. And I do that now when I go for a reading. If there's something I don't get, I put it to the back of my head and I listen and I put it there. And if I don't get it, I just wait to see what happens. So this lady dropped me a nice message the other day. It's one of the posts, it's still there now. And basically said she's now with that person. And they've lived together now for a long time. So it's happened. So it got me to thinking when I'm saying things in spirit. See, I always say I'm just the channel. I'm just the messenger. I don't know. With spirit, I haven't got a clue. I do not know what it means. It's like doing a jigsaw, putting a jigsaw together. And I'm trying to put the corner pieces in, then the outer pieces, and then I'm trying to fit the bits in the middle. But I've no idea what it means. Is it all to do with the past? Is it to do with the present? Is it to the future? I've no idea. So if I have no idea, I can't expect you to have any idea. So maybe that's something I need to learn. Because it might be the present, it might be the past, it might be the future. So if you don't get it, how can I get you to accept that? And I don't know, so yeah. It's a funny one, isn't it? But it's like if we can just let our mind just be open to things, and I hope it unfolds within 12 months, but it could always be longer. So many times I've gone to shows and done things, I could have said things, yeah, I could be totally wrong. Could be. Could be the worst medium out there. But then, is it that the person I'm saying it to just doesn't know, or it hasn't happened and it's yet to happen, whether it be today, tomorrow, next year, years down the line? So so I'm not going to go back and develop. I'm not going to go back and learn new things. I'm just going to be me. Because I always say half the battle is believing, and I absolutely believe in spirit 100%. And, I've just got to have confidence in me, because it is a new thing that I'm going into. It's like a gentleman came here the other night. He came here for a reading. And I've never seen this vision before, never. And even I thought it was strange, but I said it. And I said to him, I can see your car being lifted up here, it's weird. And I've got wheels sliding underneath. I said, so when I've just seen new cars, I'd just say, oh, you're having a new car, whatever, but what the hell's going on here? This is just strange. It was like Back to the Bloody Future, the car lifting up and the wheels. Oh, I thought this is weird. But I told him. And you know, he says that's pretty strange, that is. He says, I was only talking to my daughter. I think he said his daughter. I was only talking to my daughter today. And he says, and I was thinking about buying new alloy wheels for my car. New wheels going under the car. Because I didn't know what it meant. I saw it. I wasn't sure. But I said it. But he could have sat there and not got that. But it could have come several days later, weeks later, months later. Then when it happened, he might have forgot it, what I've said. So still looking back at me thinking I was wrong, but I was right. So I'm not sitting here saying I am right, because I sit here and I honestly say, I haven't got a clue. I have not got a clue. I think there's been many readings that I've done, and I just think I've got better over the years, and I think I'll get better as a medium over the years. But I think there's many readings I've done, and I think I've said things, and maybe they've yet to happen, or have happened. Maybe people haven't registered. Who knows? But this is the strange thing, isn't it? Of being psychic, being spiritual, listening to it, and you've got to register with it. And we all can have that natural instinct to straight away, no, don't get that, we're rubbish. And I get it. It's just, I'm sensitive sometimes, and it gets to me. But I've got to learn to not let it get to me. And there's loads of other psychics out there, you know, probably better than me, worse than me, but we've all got something to give, we've all got something to deliver. We all draw to certain mediums because we like their style, and great, I never knock any other reader or medium. You know, it's like we've all got something to bring to the table. So we've all got our favourites, and then sometimes it's about favourites, we all want to go see them all, because they've all got something to give and to offer, to pick up something different that the other reader didn't see or say, and that's great. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, I think the only thing I've got to do is just get my health in a little bit more balance, and that will make me better in other ways, and I'm working on that. But like I was said, with this sort of, I get bored or can't be bothered. It's not can't be bothered, that's the wrong choice of words, but it's like you do it today and you forget tomorrow. It's like not sticking to a routine. There's many things I say in my work I want to stick to and do this and do that, but it doesn't materialise. But I'm working on it. And if I can admit my flaws, we can all admit our flaws, can't we? Because who's perfect? None of us perfect. So all we can do is just be the best we can be, and that's it. And then hopefully as time goes by, we'll get better at whatever it is we're trying to achieve. And yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, isn't it? So let's get out there and make things happen. Okay. So this wasn't, I don't know what this speech was, but just felt like I just got to say it. So whether you come and see me, or whether you can see somebody else, you know, it's like we've all got our own gifts. Like I haven't watched him too much because I haven't had time, but I've been watching, is it David Trainer? I think it's David Trainer. He's a psychic artist. I can't draw something like, but maybe he can't draw, but its spirit is showing him what to do. Fascinating that, isn't it? But I don't think that's me, and I'm not going to be trying to be that. And there's other mediums that do other things in their shows, and that's great. And and people enjoy that, and that's lovely. But I'm not going to be that, because that's not me. I'm not a drawer, I'm not an artist, I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm going to stop worrying what other mediums do. Because when I'm a psychic doing me readings or doing me video recordings or my phone readings, I don't worry what other psychics do. And yet I've been worrying about what other mediums do. I think I'm just trying to find myself. And maybe I've got to stop finding myself and just being myself. I think that's it. And that's what I'm going to do. Just like I've always said, when I've gone for readings, they all say I'm a healer. And I went to a Reiki. Yeah, I went to do it to become a better reader, psychic. But I know I'm not a healer. It's just not me. So you'll get something from me, you'll get something else from another reader, or whatever it may be. And maybe you'll go there and you get something from them, but you get something else from me. It doesn't matter, does it? We've all got our own gifts, we've all got our own talents, we've all got our own way of doing things, and that is what it's all about. But the only thing I ask from you is just take on board what I've said, and just, if it doesn't make sense, just put it to back your thoughts and just see where it might unfold. I may be right, I may be wrong, but who knows? Who knows? So yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.